Hey folks, Sound Saunders, Brendan Howe here, UPMC Rooney Sports Complex, wrapping up Steelers OTA practice number 5, an eventful day on the south side, mostly for things not having to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers cornerback Beanie Bishop started a bit of a firestorm on social media yesterday, posted a video of him stepping all over the Pitt logo as the Steelers and Panthers, who share this facility here, the Steelers having their media day stuff, so they're kind of spreading out all over. In fact, we're displaced from our media room too, as they're kind of spreading out all over to get their media day stuff done. You know, the scoreboard videos and things like that. And I guess Beanie took the opportunity to step on an old rival. He's angered the Pitt fans, and you talked to Beanie, and he's not apologetic about that.
Not at all. Yeah, he's a smaller guy. From smaller people, you expect him to be a little meek. He's not meek whatsoever. He said he doesn't care that Pitt players, Pitt fans, anyone involved in the Pitt program doesn't like him unless they're Steelers fan. Then he kind of cares a little bit. But just listening to him talk was hilarious. Like I'm not a Pitt fan. I'm not a WV fan. From an outsider of this rivalry, just seeing what he had to say and seeing what people have to say about it when you post on Twitter. Very entertaining after kind of somewhat of a mundane day. Like you said a few days ago, it's routine. Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's routine. We've settled in here. He definitely gave us something to talk about after.
Yeah, the Pitt players coming out to practice, making sure Beanie heard it from them too. I mean, the Pitt players watch practice pretty regularly, but I thought it was funny to see a bunch of them outside their door today, egging them on. So I love college football. I love everything about the pettiness of college football rivalries. So good times. And look, Beanie, an interesting guy for the Steelers this offseason too. Right now, they're starting slot corner. I think, he's in a battle with Dante Kent for that role, but I like Beanie's chances of being, not just like the starter, but a critical piece in this defense. I mean, there's a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are kind of hopping on the Madden, these Pitt fans, and just cutting Beanie Bishop off the roster, kind of out of anger there. You've seen the videos of, like, after a rival beats their team and they try and beat the rival by 100 points on easy mode. I wonder how many people are trying to get their revenge in a different sort of way there. But, yeah.
Trading him to the Browns.
Yeah, and of course, the Steelers brought in Brandon Echols, and he's been rumored as a guy that may be playing the slot.
I talked to Brandon today, and he said, for now, all outside. And he said, look, we haven't put in the whole defense yet. I think there may be, maybe some opportunities for him as a dime player, but they haven't really done any dime yet. And so, I think, look, he's mostly playing outside. He said he can do everything, but for now, that's what they've been asking him to do. That's what he's been doing. So I think the spot is there for Beanie Bishop. What else did you see? Who else did you talk to today?
Watched a lot of Roman Wilson today. I know I've talked about him before in these videos, but it's very interesting seeing him go through these drills. There was this drill where they put up not cones, but like posts, and the receivers kind of dip under them and through them, weave around. The three guys that kind of stood out in those, Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, and Scotty Miller, all had some pretty good movement there. And something that stood out to me that I actually posted on Twitter too was they were doing the passing drills, kind of the quarterbacks and the receivers. Roman Wilson caught a ball on the sideline, couldn't get both feet down. He grunts, he's upset, and he runs back, gets in the back of the line. He runs out again, same route, and he gets both feet down the second time. So he's definitely kind of making up for the lost opportunities of last year. I want to talk to him about that at some point.
I actually did get to catch up with Roman today, and he was talking about he feels like the thing that this wide receiver group has that he feels like he contributes to is the grittiness of it. That it's just a bunch of guys who have a chip on their shoulder, who feel like underdogs, and that he thinks there's a shared mentality that they can feed off one another. And look, I think if you're a general manager and you're trying to build your roster, you would rather say I have the best wide receivers. But if you don't have the best, I think the next best thing is to have a group of like gritty, tough guys who want to come kick your butt. And I think you can include guys like Skoranek in that. I think that Robert Woods, even as an older guy, was out there in the punt return line today. Like they're just a group that does not care and will do whatever. And I think there is definitely some benefit that can come to that. We'll see. Gabe Davis could be added to that group by this time tomorrow. He's supposed to be he is traveling to Pittsburgh today, and will have his visit with the team tomorrow, so we'll stay tuned for that. Of course, also monitoring the Jonnu Smith news. Minor transaction day. Quindell Johnson coming over as a safety depth piece out of Memphis. I feel like the Steelers have to have every Memphis player. It's just the rule that he has to come through at least once. I talked to Mason McCormick today. I think a very interesting guy for this season. How good can he be? You know, obviously, like, he got thrust into a situation where there were zero expectations for him last year. 2 injuries ahead of him. 4th-round rookie from an FCS school, not expected to play. I thought he did okay, and certainly dominated, like, way over expectations, but just okay compared to, like, how good do you feel about this guy as a starter going forward? I think he has a lot of ceiling left to go, though. I think he can be a lot better. I'm really interested to see. Mike Tomlin talks all the time about that jump from year 1 to year 2. To me, he's like the guy I've really got circled. We talked about Fautano, Roman Wilson. Those guys didn't really get their rookie years. He got his, and now I think he's ready to take that leap.
Yeah, and another guy, I think I talked about the catch he had recently at practice. Now he's probably out for the year with the Achilles. Is Donald Parham, who was here today. It's kind of difficult seeing him, or kind of sad to see him in the way that he is, because I was hoping to see some out of him going forward in training camp as a member of the passing offense there. So, figured I mentioned that too. We didn't really touch upon.
Jonnu Smith rumors. Connor Hayward talked about those today. Said he thinks the tight end room feels like they don't need another player like that. They have Pat Freiermuth. They feel good about themselves, but we'll see if Omar Khan agrees or if he's going to make that move. And feels like it's the same thing we were talking about last offseason with a lot of the conversation about will they bring in a wide receiver. Now you can add will they bring a tight end into the mix as well. That's all for today. Wrapping up the 5th practice of OTAs. One more this week tomorrow. For Brendan Howell, I'm Alan Saunders at UBM's Rooney Sports Complex. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.